Salve a tutti, ben ritornati a Siberia 3. Allora, senza indugio andiamo a vedere la cascatella. Che problemi c'ha? Allora,
Ladies and gentlemen of the spirit world, if you want to show me the way, now's the time.
c'ha un grande
Just
problema.
had to ask, I guess.
Va bene, vai. Ok,
This gauge is obviously for measuring the water flow from the dam.
scusami, che cacchio è? Ok, si può fare? Vabbè. Ah, dobbiamo roteare. Praticamente, ragazzi, dobbiamo fare in modo che il ok. Ma lui? Vabbè. Praticamente dobbiamo andare sul verde, no? Niente, eh? No. Allora. No, aspettate. Allora, proviamo al contrario, dai. Non so che succede. E questo qui? Contrario? Va bene? No. Ok. Allora mettiamolo così. E vediamo che cosa succede. Niente. Non succede niente. Allora, ok, l'ultimo dobbiamo toccarle. Ok. Vedendo qua. Allora, il primo dobbiamo fare un giro inverso, antiorario. Il terzo orario. E questo qui forse è mezzo il giro. Non lo so, vediamo ragazzi, vediamo, riproviamo. Allora, questo qui è antorario, abbiamo detto. Vuoi girarti per cortesia o preferisci? Ok, questo qui è andato. E questo qui? No? No. Giusto? Anche se sposterò più di là. Oh, guarda lì. L'acqua filtrata. Oh. Andiamo Kate, andiamo a parlare con andiamo a dare la buona notizia ai nostri amici, dai. Sì, Kate, dobbiamo andare al villaggio, forza. Dov'era il villaggio? Di qua? Sì, di qua. Olè. Amico mio.
Misket well perform miracles. Mwak.
Ace.
Who would do that to the Yukos?
Con lui non si può parlare, giusto o no? Lei sì.
First guide not come back here. Now all water poisoned. Not good signs. Thank you for saving Great Herd.
Vabbè, andiamo di noi.
Bairtla Misketwalk. Thanks you and spirits. Ostriches saved.
Be careful all the same, Mr. Barut. The dam filtering the water may not hold very long.
Sa! Yukos leave here fast to make sure Ostrich is safe. But not possible without Kirk. Him our guide.
I just came from the clinic. Kirk and I shared a room.
Sa! How going, Kirk?
Rassicuriamo.
He's fine. Don't worry, Mr. Barut.
Took. So why him not come back with you?
It's taking a while to finish his artificial leg. It would seem.
No, Kirk. Yukos cannot leave here. So ostriches want continued journey without Yukos. Can't keep ostriches here very long. Ostriches cross Lake Valsambor alone. And then eaten by lake spirits. Tuk.
The ostriches crossing the lake, so that has to be a part of the migration?
Tuk tuk. Baranur, on other side of lake, is path of sacred plains. Ostriches lay eggs in hot sand on sacred plains. But lake, not anymore frozen, so not be able cross.
Listen, Mr. Barut. Do your best to calm your ostriches while I go to Valsambor. I promised Kirk to go get his prosthesis and bring it back to him.
Bartla tuk. Miss Ketwalk, you friend of Yukos.
I'm going to speak with the shaman now.
Ayahuasca will be very happy. See Miss Ketwalk. She go with you and around you a lot in world of spirits, so they free you. You not die because of her.
Va bene. Andiamo. Permesso. Wow. Il fabbro. Madonna mia, quante persone.
You buy kilo artichoke. So give me 50 grams.
Things went better with the Yugels before, that's for sure.
Hello, little lady.
But, oh gracious me! My wallet! Someone is...
Catastrophe with ostrich water mist close. Thank you, Miss Catwalk.
Vabbè.
What an amazing jumble. Not at all like New York markets.
I sabellini sti.
What's going on is that people are right to think what they think when they see this. Those damn Yukos have it in their blood. This little pinpoint here stole my wallet.
Don't be upset, honey. I have your wallet.
Ma che dici? Porco.
Well, anyway.
Hello.
Andiamo questo
Hello,
signore.
little lady.
Che bellino. Vabbè, andiamo dalla sciamana, che si trova dove? Non credo che deva andare qui. Vabbè, andiamo qui, dai. Ok, questa è... Vabbè, questa è una stanza che dobbiamo... Ah, le candele dovevamo prendere. Vabbè, a che servono non lo so, adesso vediamo. Ah, ragazzi, sono uscito perché non c'era più niente. Non lo so. Permesso.
People not like Yukos now.
Ok, dobbiamo andare lì, dai. Sta uscendo.
Ah, Miss Kate Walker. You have good news?
Più o meno.
To be honest, nothing great. Kirk, your young guide is in the hands of Olga Efimova. That woman has the director of the clinic, Dr. Zamiatine, under her thumb. She also seems to be in tight with a shady soldier. These people hate you, Ayahuasca. They can't stand your way of life. They're the ones who poisoned your ostrich's water. I think they're also holding up Kirk's prosthesis to keep him in the clinic and stop you from continuing your migration.
People not like Yukos now. Yukos out of date. Tuk-tuks. If Yukos without guide, not able continue great voyage. Return to north and never leave again. And then ostriches die.
Well, hold on. We're not at that stage yet. I promised Kirk I'd go to Valsambor to bring back his mechanical leg.
Tuk. Magic leg not only problem for Yukos.
E quindi?
What's the other problem?
Ayahuasca sees bad spirits everywhere on long road for Yukos. Now many very, very bad spirits on lake and also after. Baranor very dangerous. Bad luck everywhere. Ayahuasca very, very scared.
There may be another way to cross the lake instead of waiting for it to freeze. I'll find out when I visit Valsambor.
Why Miss Kate Walker decide to do all this for us?
Sono debito con voi? Oppure...
Miss Kate Walker lost tongue?
Ho bisogno di voi. Non lo so. Vabbè, facciamo questo,
Without
dai.
the Yukos, I would have died of cold and hunger next to a Siberian river. It's only natural I should give you a hand in return.
Look! So Miss Kate Walker decide accompany Yukos on great journey?
We'll see. First, I have to go to Valsambor. But like you, I seem to be a prisoner in this camp.
Yukos not have right to go to Valsambor now. Miss Kate Walker like them. Now she must find pass so that she able to leave here.
Ok.
Where can I find a pass so I can leave the camp?
Before, Yukos could make use of pass machine in cabin at camp exit. But authorities decide break it in small pieces, so now we cannot use. Miss Kate Walker should ask client tourists in Valsambor.
Bene.
Strange the lake taking so long to freeze. This must be a consequence of global warming.
Bad spirits at bottom of lake make water very hot. Really nasty bad spirits everywhere now.
Vabbè.
I was told about everything your tribe did for me when you found me. Thank you so much.
Miss Kate Walker cured. That's what counts. Job of ayahuasca.
I'm going to try to find the pass that you told me about.
Miss Kate Walker, go quickly.
Adesso andiamo. Che cos'è?
A hide. Must be for making clothing.
Ah, vabbè, il... Ok, perfetto. Dai. Kate, dobbiamo andare.
Sinister.
No, no, è bello. E lui? Ma scusami, non conosce la tua lingua, ma che cazzo vai trovando?
What a strange sculpture. Looks like a kind of octopus or squid.
No, un calamaro. Allora ragazzi, noi dobbiamo trovare a questo punto una persona con cui parlare che ci dà informazioni. Forse è lui? Forse è questo? Può essere?
Sir, excuse me.
Hello, miss. You're not actually from here. I can hear it. What on earth is a young American doing in our beautiful land? Business? Or perhaps tourism?
Oh, it's a long story, believe me.
I see. In any event, you must try and visit our town. You know, Valsambor is very charming this season. And may I suggest you drop by my tavern? It's the best restaurant in town.
Eh sì.
Unfortunately, I don't have a pass to get into Valsambor. You wouldn't know how I can get one, would you?
Wow, that can get complicated. You have to get a pass from the Valsambor Town Hall. And to do that, you need a pass to get there first.
So I'm stuck here?
Maybe not. This is my wife's pass. She's not well, so she couldn't come with me. The document is perfectly valid, except she forgot to get it stamped at the town hall.
And that's a problem?
I'm afraid so. Without the stamp, the document is worthless. Not that long ago, you just needed to get it officially stamped at the police checkpoint, over there at the camp gate. But there hasn't been anybody there since the town decided to come down hard on the U-calls.
So this pass is useless?
Not necessarily. You need to add a stamp that looks like the official Valsambor seal. The police aren't that sharp-sighted around here, I have to admit. Anyway, I didn't say a word. Good luck, miss. And don't forget to drop by my tavern when you're in Valsambor.
Vabbè, andiamo. Noi qua già siamo venuti? Qua torniamo da... Dove? Ok. Andiamo di qua. Ok.
Stop! You may not pass.
May I ask why not?
Miss, As the inopportune loitering of the Yukon nomads in town was proving to be disturbing the tranquility of the inhabitants, Mayor Bulakin has ordered access to Valsambor to henceforth be restricted to those presenting a duly stamped pass, which confers the authorization to access said town.
Bene.
Sir, I really don't think I represent a danger for Valsambor. Plus, I'm not a Yukol.
My dear young lady, your physiognomy is not sufficient. Only presentation of said municipal pass shall be acceptable.
Vabbè.
Listen, I really need to get into town.
Without a pass, you shall not pass.
Do I really need a pass?
Indispensable. So cease arguing and keep moving.
Va bene, signor Calamaro. Kate, vieni di qua. Oh, vieni qua. Venga qua. Oh, Dio te lo dà. Dai.
Given the living conditions here, I can understand why the policeman's so nice.
Vabbè. Che cos'è qua? Cosa abbiamo?
A stamp. Looks like something's missing, though.
Manca tutto. Scusami, Perfetto. Noi abbiamo visto il fabbro, giusto? Quindi se noi andiamo lì e ci facciamo fare un timbro, vediamo un po' se
Only the stamp is missing.
non si
How
può fare
practical.
nulla. Ok, va bene. Niente ragazzi, ritorniamo da fabbro, dai. Dai Kate. Di qua dove si va?
Tuk tuk sugar!
Bravo.
Bairtla, Miss Catwalk.
Messo. Oh. C'è un calamero. E allora, pam pam. Vediamo un po'. Vabbè. Perfetto. Vabbè, torniamo indietro, dai. Dai.
Hello.
Unukmak, Miss Catwalk. Need something from Forge?
Well, yes, I do. I need a stamp that has the same shape as the Valsambor seal and that I can use with the press at the camp gate.
Complicated. Need model. Tuk tuk. You have that, Miss Catwalk?
Yes. Sì, sì. Ci abbiamo tutto. Allora.
Miss Catwalk, bring bed junk that.
No, no, non devo qua. Ecco qua.
Tra. Complicated. Smith also need wax for mold.
Sì. Le candele.
Good junk. Stamp ready in not long time.
Vai, vai. E abbiamo fatto il timbro. E adesso andiamo a timbrare il cartellino. Dobbiamo mettere allora il pannello. Questo qui lo dobbiamo mettere qua. Con sopra il... Allora, qui dobbiamo mettere... Sì, bravo. Allora, qua dobbiamo mettere il panno con questo qui. Sopra dobbiamo mettere il timbro. Giusto? No. Sbagliato tutta. Porca pupazza. Allora, il timbro, che ce l'abbiamo. Questo li lascia passare, non mi serve adesso. Serve qua. Questo? Ah, ok. No, sono scemo io, ragazzi. Scusate un attimo. Buonanotte. Ok. Qua sotto ci abbiamo messo il panno, sì. Adesso qui dobbiamo mettere il documento. Ce la facciamo entro domani? Grazie. Ok. Perfetto, indietro. Ce la facciamo? No. Che succede se facciamo un lungo? Timbrato? Penso di sì. Lascia passare conforme, perfetto. Che è successo? Giorno.
Hello, Miss Walker. Very happy to finally catch up with you.
Mr. Canton, what on earth do you want?
To take you back home, whether you like it or not. Come on, give me your hands, please.
Mr. Canton, I don't know how much the people who hired you promised for delivering me to them. But if it's only a question of money, maybe...
Stop right there, Miss Walker. You're being a tad insulting. Listen, my professional integrity has never been in doubt in over 20 years of work. Come on, wrists out. Mr. Marson? Finally, I have her. Yes, she is safe and sound. I have Miss Walker under control. I'll keep you informed of our progress. It'll take a day or two at most. I suppose there are a few procedural obstacles to overcome before we can leave the country.
Listen, all these things I'm accused of are completely untrue. Hans's murder, embezzlement, it's nonsense. And while we're wasting time here, I can't help the Ukles. And believe me, they really need it.
I am not your enemy, Miss Walker. If you haven't done anything like you say, it's in your interest to go back and defend yourself in court. There's nothing left for you to do here anyway. Not everyone here is your friend in these parts, I'm afraid.
Well, all right, Mr. Canton. You win.
I'm glad you're finally being reasonable, Miss Walker. Now we just need to wait for the representative of the regional military authorities for the administrative procedures. I don't think it'll take long to get our papers, so we can leave this place then.
How long do we have to wait? I've been through a lot over the last few months, you know. I'm recuperating. I'm still a bit weak.
Well, it could take a few hours at the outside.
would you mind bringing me a glass of water? I don't feel too well. I feel a bit dizzy.
I'd have to leave you here in the meantime. I'm not sure that...
Please, Mr. Canton. I really think I'm going to faint.
Don't worry, Miss Walker. I'll see what I can do. But don't move.
No.
Quick! I have to get free and get out of here while Canton is busy. Useless. That's no use to me.
Pensa, eh? Ah, doppio clic. Ma vaffanculo, va.
It didn't break. God, I need to find something else.
E che caspita?
Useless.
Oh, adesso? Ah, si sta... Ok, fai tu? Perfetto. No, sapete com'è? E quindi?
Free at last. All right, let's get out of here before Canton comes back.
Andiamo.
I'm looking for a cold drink. Do you have one?
Better not attract Canton's attention.
Darju.
Via. To.
Miss Walker! No, wait! I have an arrest warrant for this woman. Arrest her!
La... Perfetto.
My pass! Give it back to me! Immediately, you hear?
Avere gli amici cosa serve? Oh, meno mele. Abbiamo raggiunto la cittadina. Andiamo a vedere un pochettino. Quella è. Piano. Tanto non ci corre dietro nessuno.
Believe me, it's a really good thing that the nomads can't just come and go around Valsambor as they please anymore.
That big boat, the Crystal, it's been rotting at the dock for years.
Things are heating up for Mayor Bulyakin.
My squid is absolutely fresh, miss. Listen, miss, it's fresh.
È troppo. Non va bene. Io no... Ah, ok, non possiamo andare... aspetta. Sentiamo un po' voci di
We're
popolo.
going to see the Nomad Souk. Apparently they have good prices.
Since the town hall closed the port, we sometimes get the impression we're living in a ghost town.
Non va bene. Però è bello sentire le storie delle persone, eh? Si passa di qua. Ok, si va dove? Ok. Oh, lì c'è un marinaro. C'è un pescatore. Aspetta, vediamo. Cosa c'è? Vabbè, sì, lo so. Nulla di che. Vai, Kate. Parliamo con il signore.
It's because of the lake monster that the locks are closed.
Il mostro del lago? Ah sì? C'è un mostro nel lago? Wow. No, sì, no, non andiamo a fiume. Lago, anzi. Vabbè. Torniamo indietro. Ok. Ah, questa è la nave, la Crystal l'ha detto, giusto? Non ho detto questo. Vabbè, andiamo di qua, dai. Anche perché qua non vedo altre. Dove sta? Kate. E fermati 2 secondi. Oh, c'è un signore. Alla salute, capitano. Dove vai?
Are you okay, sir? One more step and you were in the drink.
E-N-O.
Pardon?
It's me, Captain Obo. Obo! Proud commander of the just as proud Crystal. So don't you, sir, me.
Well, delighted. Captain, I'm Kate Walker. I'm looking for Steiner's, the clockmaker.
If I fall in the water, Taylor, it'll be to go straight to hell. So don't fall in the water, Sailor. You understand? Bastard's waiting for me.
Who are you talking about?
The monster of the lake is waiting for us all, miss. Everyone's time comes eventually. To finish the work. Come on, back in the fight. Because you can never lower your guard. Never.
Sì. Vabbè. È embriaco fragile. Ma di qua si va da nessuna parte? No, perché c'era il muro. Quindi di qua si va nel paese. Eh sì, qua si va nel paesello. Ok, vediamo un po' di qua che cosa c'è e magari dopo andiamo, ci intrufoliamo nel paese. Però ragazzi, le cose fatte a mano sono cose belle. Dai Kate, che cosa c'è? Si può andare di qua? No, perché c'è un cancello e a cancello mi sa che non si può far nulla. Va bene, ok. Allora dobbiamo entrare in paese, dai. Perfetto. Entri. Ok, wow. Dove vai? Sì, buonanotte.
A tavern.
La taverna. Ok, andiamo nella taverna, dai. Permesso? Si era frizzato un attimo.
I'd rather be left here on my own if you don't mind, miss.
Vabbè.
Someone stole 3 chickens.
Excuse me, please, miss.
Yes?
I'm looking for Simon Steiners.
Simon Steiner is my grandfather. My name is Sarah. Sarah Steiner.
Pleased to meet you, Sarah. I'm Kate Walker. Can you tell me where I can find your grandfather's workshop?
Of course. You'll find his shop is at the end of the alleyway, on the left, just as you leave it, in the main avenue. Can I ask what you want with him? Because he's rather old, you know.
I'm accompanying the Yukol caravan. Apparently your grandfather is supposed to be making a mechanical prosthesis for Kirk, their spiritual chief, who had a bad accident recently. Without the artificial leg, Kirk won't be able to go along with the great migration of his people. And on top of that, the Yukols won't leave without their guide.
You're accompanying the Yukols? My god, you're so terribly lucky. When I was little, Grandfather used to tell me all about their adventures, full of mystery and magic.
You seem to like the Yukols, Sarah. I get the impression that's rare in Valsambor.
It's true that when it comes to the Yukols, people around here can be a bit silly. They go out of their way to make the nomads scapegoats for all of the town's problems since they got stuck here.
But you don't, do you?
Of course not. Grandfather told me that he has actually seen 3 or 4 of the great ostrich migrations in his lifetime, and he always really respected those strange people. He even made sure I would admire them too, you know.
Bene.
Do you like life in Valsambor?
Oh, there's really not that much to talk about here, you know. I spend all my time here or with Grandfather since he got sick.
There was no one who could keep an eye on him for you?
We can't afford it, I'm afraid. I also think I prefer it this way. My grandfather is my only family.
Vabbè.
I guess you're pretty close to your grandfather?
Yes. Of course he can get a bit grumpy. Especially the last few years. But he's actually really adorable. And you should see the work he does. Give him a few cogs and springs and he'll give you some unbelievably incredible invention. He almost makes mechanical objects seem alive.
I see exactly what you mean. I used to know someone like that too.
The only problem we have is that business collapsed when he got sick. I really do believe that if I didn't have the waitressing jobs to make ends meet, we'd probably have to close up shop.
Thank you for your help.
I'll be stopping in to see Grandfather on my next break. Maybe I'll see you there.
Yes, I hope so. Goodbye, Sarah.
Va bene. Parliamo anche con il taverniere qua.
Ah, miss, delighted to see that you finally managed to leave the Yukol camp.
Yes, thank you very much for the pass.
Well, now that you're at last here, you'll be able to taste my famous borscht.
It would be my pleasure, but I do have to find Steiner the clockmaker right away.
Simon Steiner? Ah, in that case, you should speak with Sarah, our young waitress.
Già fatto.
She's his granddaughter.
Già fatto.
How are things in town? They don't seem to be going that well.
If you ask me, the atmosphere is horrible. At least half the people don't want the Yukols right at our door. Most of the shopkeepers even made the decision to go on strike over what they saw as unfair competition. Also, Valsambor hasn't been the same in the last 20 years. There it is.
I met that man recently. A certain Captain Obo. He doesn't seem very with it.
And he's been that way for 20 years, miss. 20 years. Can you imagine? He used to command the Crystal, the boat that made the crossing between here and the amusement park, on the other side of the lake. And he wasn't the same man then.
Is Simon Steiner well known here in Valsambor?
For a long time, he was rather popular. You know, he isn't just a clockmaker. He knows everything about mechanical objects. He repaired everything for everybody here in Valsambor. He also designed the amusement park on the other side of the lake with a colleague of his, a French automaton creator, if I remember right. You could say Valsambor owes a lot to Simon Steiner, miss. So when he got sick, I offered to hire Sarah to help a little. You understand?
I'm off. Thank you again for your help.
See you soon, miss.
Va bene. Sentiamo lui che cosa dire.
I'd really suggest you steer well clear of Captain Obo, miss. He's always basically drunk as a skunk.
Me ne sono accorto, fratello. Sorella.
I'm not standing here because I'm happy, you know, miss.
All those youngsters trying to act smart to impress the Steiner girl. It really gets to me.
I hope you find the tavern agreeable, miss.
We're pretty lucky with all we've been through. At least we've still got places like this.
Vabbè.
It's been hard to sell our produce since the port closed. And now those nomads show up and undercut us.
There's something about those nomads at our doors they're not telling us.
Sì.
The mayor's got to do something about these nomads. This just can't go on.
Non c'è più nulla qui? Non c'è più nessuno? No, non c'è più nessuno, vabbè. Erano... Vabbè, su voci, su fuori... Ok. Vediamo il quadretto, poi parliamo col
That
capitano.
shape there in the water. What is it?
È un calamaro, signori. Un pezzo
The
di
lake
merda.
is haunted by a demon. It's watching me. Waiting. I can feel it. The crystal took across more travelers ever than any other ferry from Valsambor. The monster is lurking at the bottom of the lake. That's where it sees what's happening on the surface with those red eyes. I know I should try not to drink so much. Everybody tells me, Obo, alcohol isn't going to help you sort yourself out at all.
Va bene. Vabbè ragazzi, andiamo dal nonno di... Chi era, Sara? Sì, mi sembra di sì. Allora, l'orologiaio che ci serve, il suo aiuto. Parliamo con lui e poi vediamo un po' com'è la situation. Intanto vedo un po' quanto tempo è passato. Perché non voglio superare quell'oretta, ovviamente. Andiamo di qua a vedere un po' che cosa c'è, se c'è qualcosa. Qua sicuramente no. Ah, di qua si continua. Ma a sinistra di qua che cosa c'è? Ovviamente ragazzi, non tutti i posti si possono visitare, ovviamente. Di là c'è qualcosa che prima o poi andrò a vedere. Ok, questo è il vicolo. No, questa è la casa della signora. Hola.
Lost your way, pretty girl?
No, 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 no. Ok, vediamo qua che cosa c'è. Nulla. Non ci sta nulla. Vabbè. Ah, Steiner, eccolo qui. Ok, e laggiù che cosa c'era? Ci andiamo un attimino? Vabbè, andiamo a vedere di qua prima che cosa c'è, dai. Poi andiamo da Steiner. E niente, si fa tutta la città, si fa. Ok, e là c'è qualcuno. Si può parlare con quel qualcuno? Visuale, grazie. Sì, si può parlare.
impossible. I don't believe it. He forgot to leave it open again.
Bene. Vediamo qui sopra. Oh, guarda qui quanta bella gente.
I don't like that new waitress working in the tavern at all.
Ah no?
It's kicking off near the town hall.
Di qua c'era un signore? Sì, perché l'ho visto. Eccolo qua. Dove sta andando, ok? Ah, sta andando di qua. Con lui non si può parlare, vero? No, perché non c'ha il simbolo.
When they shut the funicular down this morning, it created chaos.
Sì, lo so.
Welcome to our humble Valsambor funicular station, miss.
Vabbè. Là sta la piazza.
No Yukos in Valsambor! The shopkeepers can't take it anymore! The shopkeepers are on strike!
There've been 10 thefts from my shop since those savages showed up! Mr. Mayor, who's gonna pay?
Mr. Mayor, do your job and come out onto the balcony. The voters want to talk to you.
The nomads are stealing our merchandise and our customers. The Yukos don't belong in Valsambor. The shopkeepers have had
Da
enough.
che spira stanno?
Thieving
miss?
Yukos in Valsambor! The shopkeepers want them out the door! Thieving Yukos in Valsambor! The shopkeepers want them out the door! Close the nomad souk! Throw them all out and we'll stay on strike!
There've been 10 thefts from my shop since those savages showed up! Mr. Mayor, who's gonna pay?
The shopkeepers are on strike for the first time in ages.
Yeah,
That's not
come
good
outside
business
now
for
and we'll
anyone,
throw
if you want
out
my
in the
opinion.
next
Thieving Yukos in Valsambor! The shopkeepers want them out the door! Thieving Yukos in Valsambor! The shopkeepers want them out the door!
Listen
We're
to me,
not leaving
please.
until you...
People are getting more and more excited here. It'll be a riot if it goes on.
Excuse me. What's happening here?
Isn't it obvious? We're demonstrating against having the Yukon nomads parked on our doorsteps.
But what for?
Since they came to Valsambor, there's been no end to the shoplifting and vandalism, and on top of that, their souk is taking our customers. Mayor Bulyakin has to do something, and fast. We're not leaving until he receives our delegation.
But why won't the mayor talk to you?
Because he's a schmuck. He wants the nomads to continue their migration as much as us, but he's too afraid of annoying his higher-ups. And while he's gaining time by playing both sides of the board, we're watching our sales go through the floor.
The authorities are asking the mayor to prevent the migration from continuing? They want the Yukos to stay blocked in Valsambor?
That's what people are saying, but if you want my opinion, the only thing the mayor is waiting for is someone to get rid of those savages without him having to get his hands dirty.
Wow.
The nomad souk doesn't have any real hygiene standards whatsoever. I got nothing against the nomads. I just don't like them hanging around my place, that's all. If you wish to make a deductible contribution to the Valsambor Shopkeeper Solidarity Fund, step right up. Mayor Bulyakin is completely gutless. Go find someone else to bother. Mayor Bulyakin is completely gutless. If you wish to make a deductible contribution to the Valsambor Shopkeeper Solidarity Fund, step right up.
Vabbè ragazzi, ci ho provato. Almeno sappiamo un po' tutto. Mi piace sapere tutto. Allora andiamo giù, che qua sicuramente non c'è più nulla da fare. Mi sta venendo uno starnuto pazzesco. Sì. Lui chi è?
Everyone's been surly the last few months.
Vabbè. Questo va avanti e indietro. Noi stiamo andando dove? Bello conoscere tutte queste...
Looking for cigars or some hooch? I'm even cheaper than the nomads.
No, no, grazie. Non fumiamo e non facciamo un cazzo. Ah, di qua non ci sta niente.
I don't have any coins. Too bad.
Bravo. Complimenti. Signora.
The way they treat the nomads around here is terrible.
Ah, no, vabbè. Ci faccia caso. Deve vedere i napoletani in Italia. Vabbè, io penso che possiamo andare anche a questo punto alla bottega dell'orologiaio, perché siamo tornati indietro, ovviamente. Va bene, dai, andiamo. Ok. Boh, basta, su. Ferma.
Steiner.
Hai visto? Ci siamo. Permesso? Buona, bello.
Hello. Are you Mr. Steiner? I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Steiner. My name is Kate Walker, and I've come to pick up the prosthesis for Kirk, the Yukel spiritual guide.
And well, dear Miss Walker, Dr. Efimova has informed me that the young man was not yet in any sort of condition to withstand the operation, and that...
Mr. Steiner, are you all right?
It is impossible. That pendant you have around your neck. I would be very obliged if you would entrust me with it for a moment. Please, Miss Walker. Mein Gott! An XZ-2000 automaton heart in perfect working condition. A compensating spring memory. Pendulum ventricles and small mechanical pumps. Everything seems in excellent condition. Donnerwetter! Where on earth did you steal this, Miss Walker?
Oh, state calmo. Che rubato?
What? Are you calling me a thief, Mr. Steiner? I haven't stolen anything from anyone. This is all I have left of my friend Oscar. Give it back to me right now.
Ah, so. And yet I am actually very familiar with this type of precision mechanism. An infernal precision. Incredible, unique expertise. For this was a Vorarlberg automaton, Miss Walker.
Yes. It was Hans Vorarlberg who designed this object. Tell me, did you know him?
Oh, yeah. He even lived here a few years. We did a lot of work together. He taught me so many different things, you know. So it is useless to try and make up silly stories, Miss Walker. And I am afraid that I am not about to allow you to leave here as long as you have not told me the truth about where this object comes from.
Mr. Steiner, Oscar was a very special automaton. He inspired almost human emotions. But today he doesn't exist. He isn't dead, of course. Because what has never lived cannot die. Oscar was just dismantled. It had to be like that. All that I have left of him is that heart, a heart made of metal.
It's far more than just a heart, miss. It's far more like a kind of mechanical hard drive. A computer that is full of cogs, gears, and springs, but...
Mr. Steiner, are you all right?
My heart... need... my medication? Quickly!
Just don't move. I'll go and get your medication right away.
Ma dove? Scusa.
No medication in sight. Empty.
Aspetta, qua, forse. No.
Nothing that could help him.
No. Porca puttana. Dove caspita stanno le medicine?
Make yourself right at home. Don't mind me. I just own the place.
Aspetta, ma... no, aspetta. Ora le medicine, che cazzo? Dove caspita ci stanno qua?
All that clattering must get really tiring after a while.
Scusatemi, le medicine lui dove lo tiene?
Tea.
Allora, scendiamo giù, Perché io non lo so. La gamba di cosa? Sì. Il taglio, ok. Per il momento non ci serve. Dai! E quello sta a morire. Non fa un caspito. Vabbè. Questo? Che cos'è? Ok. Qua non c'è più niente. No.
Empty.
Vuoto.
No medication in sight.
Nessuna cura in vista. Da dentro abbiamo visto che non ci sta niente. Ragazzi, dobbiamo agire qua. Sicuramente. Allora. La tazza la devo mettere qui. Esatto. Ma ha sentito l'odore del tè allora. Quindi l'odore del tè sono le 5 allora a questo punto. Vediamo ragazzi. Ok. Dai. Cioè tu muori così però. Steiner. Ma tu sei morto così, lo sai? Com'è?
Thank you for your precious help, my dearest Miss Walker.
Sì, 3 ore per riparare la
I'm
medicina,
afraid
però.
I may have judged you somewhat hastily.
Don't mention it, Mr. Steiner. Tell me about the prosthesis. I need to take it back to Kirk very quickly. If, of course, you agree to let me have it.
Yeah. I just have a few small adjustments to make. It involves very precise and meticulous mechanics, understand?
Will it take long? I'm sorry to insist, but I also have to give a hand to those unfortunate Yukels. I need to help them get across the lake with their herd of ostriches. I'm so worried about them.
Once the mechanical leg is at last ready, I can go to the clinic and bring back young Kirk to you. That way you only have to worry about what happens to the other Yukels.
That's so nice of you, Mr. Steiner. But why are you doing this?
I wasn't extremely nice to you earlier. And also the way the Yukels are treated by the other townsfolk here in my own town disgusts me. So I want to help those poor devils, even if I am in no way absolutely certain they should be crossing the lake.
What on earth's the matter, Mr. Steiner?
The next stage of your journey is the poor, cursed town of Baranor. It has become hell on earth since the time of the last great ostrich migration. Please join me downstairs for a moment, Miss Walker. I'll show you exactly what I mean.
Va bene. Qua non c'era più niente da prendere? No. Da vedere? No. Ma il cuore ce l'ha dato? Non più. No, qua c'era la tazza. Vabbè, andiamo giù, dai. C'era qualcosa? Mi serve qualcosa a me? Questo è proprio quello del calamaro? Yes. Dove sta? Eccolo lì. Ah, ispezionare un po' sta gamba.
A woman's writing saying, "Grandfather, don't forget to take your
Guarda lì dove
medication
sta
3
scritto.
hours before dinner."
E io non sono andato a
Kirk's
cercare.
prosthesis. But it looks like it isn't finished.
Vabbè. Va bene, va bene. Signor Steiner.
Look just next to the films there, Miss Walker. You should find a film on Baranor.
No, non l'ho visto.
The film's missing.
Ok. Ah no, il cuore ce l'ha ridato.
Baranor, the cursed city. Baranor, the martyred town. Baranor has been nothing but a field of ruins and desolation since a week after the explosion of reactor number 3 in the nuclear power plant. Baltimore is on the other side of the lake, sheltered from the prevailing wind, and fortunately it seems to have been spared from the deadly radioactive clouds. Our town was mobilized to go to the aid of our neighbors. Although our town's means were modest when compared to such catastrophe, there were nonetheless among us some brilliant mechanical engineers. In record time, they developed a small army of automatons capable of helping the affected people. Those men and dogs of steel could go where a human could no longer set foot without becoming seriously ill. Over there, they could be excavators, rescue workers, and stretcher bearers.
Oscar! They all look like him.
Truly magnificent pieces, Nishtvar. The XZ-2000 model is most assuredly one of Hans's major masterpieces.
Their mission was to bring back any survivors of the catastrophe to Baltimore, where the victims would receive the best care in Dr. Zamiatin's clinic. The Crystal, the ferry usually responsible for linking the towns of Baltimore and Baranor every day, carried the new type of rescuers to the scene of the drama and brought back the survivors of the catastrophe.
So Baranor suffered the ravages of a nuclear accident. But according to that film, the automatons you designed with Hans should have helped save lots of lives, right?
I'm afraid that's not how things went. Because of Captain Obo, who... Ah, that must be Sarah. Please come this way, Miss Walker. I'll introduce you.
No, già fatto, già fatto. Vediamo un po' qua. Che cosa c'è? Ah.
Fantastic!
Vabbè. Nient'altro, giusto? No, non mi pare di no. Ah ragazzi, presentiamoci con Sara di nuovo. poi chiudiamo.
Miss Walker, may I introduce you to Sarah, my granddaughter?
We've actually already met. Haven't we, Sarah?
I actually owe Miss Walker a candle. Thanks to her calmness and peace of mind, I'm still here and on my feet. She found my medication and gave it to me before it was too late. Donnerwetter.
You don't mean you had another attack, do you? Ah, you're being so very naughty, Grandfather. You absolutely must let Dr. Zamiatine examine you.
Come on, stay calm, my little child. When I go to the clinic to take the prosthesis to the young Yukol, I'll stop by and see the good doctor. Until then, why don't you make yourself really useful to Miss Walker? She's looking for some way to transport the Yukol caravan to the other side of the lake.
Well, I think I've already found the solution. The boat in the film, the Crystal, it must be the ship that's docked in the port. If it was able to transport the automatons you and Hans built, it could carry the ostriches across the lake.
Ah, that's not a bad idea. But unfortunately, there's a slight problem of size, dear Miss Walker.
Quale?
Sounds like you're talking about Captain Obo's alcoholism. I saw him earlier on the dock.
That coward has been hiding himself in alcohol ever since he abandoned our automatons to Baranor, and he'd rather simply die than go back. He tells everybody that the evil monster of the lake is waiting for him, and that as soon as he goes back on the water, the beast will just up and grab him. Ha 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 ha. But of course, that is the purest fantasy.
Grandfather, I know you're still really angry with Captain Obo because he abandoned the automatons that you built with your friend Hans and Baranor. He was supposed to wait for them. They were going to take all the survivors they found in the rubble to the boat and then bring everyone here to safety in Valsambor. But in the end, when he got to the beach at Baranor and saw the disaster and all the dead, he became really afraid. The disease, the radiation. He must have had an uncontrollable panic attack, so he immediately turned back, dumped the machines on the Crystal into the lake, and came back empty-handed to Valsambor. And the automatons have been there ever since, in hell. But who knows? Maybe today he'll want to sell. I'm sure Kate will be capable of convincing him to help the Yukols. I have to go do my waitressing shift in the tavern. Come by and see me later on, okay? Captain Obo will be there.
Va bene.
All right then. I'll try and convince Captain Obo. Thank you for everything, Mr. Steiner.
I don't know if I really should wish you good luck, dear Miss Walker. Baranor is only an open grave now.
Bene. Va bene, ragazzi, dai, noi ci vediamo al prossimo video, dove appunto continuiamo con Syberia. Scusatemi per quanto riguarda il medicinale, ma non capivo. Poi dopo ricordandomi che l'odore del tè, siccome in Inghilterra alle 5 si pigliano il tè, magari dopo abbiamo letto la nota di Sara che diceva non dimenticarti a nonno di prenderti le medicine 3 ore prima della cena, quindi anche lì potevo capire che 3 ore prima, verso le 8, diciamo così, 8 meno 3 fa 5, quindi vabbè. Comunque noi ci vediamo alla prossima. Ovviamente lasciate un bel like, iscrivetevi al canale se non siete ancora iscritti. In descrizione trovate sempre il link diretto alle playlist del canale. E noi ci vediamo alla prossima con Syberia 3. Ciao a tutti.